Hi folks, Mark Gibble here, and I'm going to do a quick video here on the MyGig radio from ChryslerJeep. And I love this thing. It's all touchscreen. As you can see on the screen here, we're in satellite radio. And I'm going to do this video a little bit higher def so you can see a lot of the small features. But you know, I'm on channel 103. But you know, one thing it's got some radio features. Obviously, it's got a hard drive in it. It's got a 28 gig hard drive, which will hold anywhere between 5,000 to 7,000 songs, depending on their size. Okay, obviously it's a disc player, but this is also a DVD player if you have it in park. Obviously with New York state laws and probably other states, you can't play DVD while you're driving, so in park this will be a DVD player, and you can see the video right here on the screen. But I'll show you some of the things. Pretty easy. If you want to put a disc in, just press that button in the upper left. That opens and closes. Okay, if you don't put a disc in on a certain amount of time, that'll close on its own. Okay, this radio media button here, that'll go between your hard drive, the disc, and the AM, FM, and satellite radio settings. If you have a DVD in the back seat, there will be a spot there for DVD as well, for video. But over here on this side, this upper button, this is voice command, where you can actually change the radio stations by talk. You can say station 106, and it'll change to 106. And right now, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And I'm going to press this button. Station 106.
Station 106.
Okay, so what happened was, as I pressed that button, a beep was made, and as you see, it went to station 106. Now, it doesn't matter if it's FM. Okay, I could say station 93.1, which is a local radio station here in Fulton, Syracuse area. Okay, now here's a Uconnect button. And this radio here comes with Uconnect, which allows you to use your cell phone, send and receive calls through your radio system. And I don't have my phone activated. Maybe I'll make a video on that after. But here, if I have a phone call come in, all the music will stop on this radio and tell me I have a phone call. And what else I have is I also over here have a phone and the voice command over here in the steering wheel as well. So now I can answer the phone by pressing this button, or pressing this button on the radio. Okay, so it's a wonderful feature. If you want to make a call, I can press that button. I could say call mom, which I have in my phone, and it'll dial her number. If I have two phone numbers in there for her, it'll say call mom home or call mom mobile, and all I have to do is answer mobile, and it'll call my mother. Okay, one thing you can also change, and a lot about this, you can change the display settings. You can change the screensaver. Right now the default view is the Jeep, okay, and which is no big deal, but you know, the managed settings are pretty nice. I can actually upload probably anywhere up to 10 pictures of my family, of friends, and I can actually display them on my screen. The map view, this radio here has navigation. Some do, some don't, but this one here has nav. And this is the nice navigation screen. You can enter a new destination, point of interest. Okay, which a lot of people have nav today, portable, but this is all built in. You can plan trips, guide me home. If you want to go home, just hit that button. It'll bring you home the fastest route or the shortest distance. And it'll even tell you where you are now. And if you're in an emergency, it'll press that button. It'll show you everything around you that you can call. Or if I just want to see the map while I'm driving, I just press the map button and it immediately puts my map there. Okay, but navigation is pretty simple. You can also enter a destination by voice as well. Just let you know that. But I can also control, this is a hard drive, so I can actually take a CD and I can take the CD, put it in, and I can actually load a disc and all my music to my hard drive. And what I did is I just went to manage my music, and here it says import music file. I can do it by disc, or I can do it by USB. And the USB button's right here. This little cap pops off, and I can load up a USB. Even it could be even the little portable keychain USBs that you store your data on. It'll actually read music off those as well. And I can import my music to this hard drive, again anywhere up to 7,000 songs, and MP3 and WAV format. So if I have a disc I want to load on here and I don't want to use the disc because it'll get scratched, so I want to store it away, I hit from disk, it'll ask me to put the disc in, it'll copy all my music onto here along with the song, the titles, and the numbers on order. And then what I can do is I can go back in, I can create playlists. Now this radio here, because it's a brand new car, we don't have any music in there yet. But if I did have music, it would have a whole bunch of songs here. And what it'll do, it'll allow me to pick and choose what songs I want to create a playlist out of. And when I'm done, I hit done, and I can pick that playlist while I'm driving. It's going to play everything I selected. I can select unlimited playlist. So this radio here is great. I mean, a lot of people have a problem with the radio because there's so many things going on. But just remember one thing: if you do have this radio, have something similar to it, you know, there's always a way to go back. You know, even navigation, you can go into your navigation screen. Oh, the main key is to press the nav button. Okay, but if I'm going to play with my media, okay, there's always a button to press. AM, FM. Okay, everything's touchable. Now, one thing I do like about this, there's a setting here in the menu, and I can do display setting. And what it does, it gives me daytime, auto color, or nighttime colors. If I'm driving, I hit the nighttime color. It'll brighten my screen up slightly as I'm driving. During the day, it'll dim my display as I'm driving, so the display's not so bright. But during the day, it'll actually increase the intensity of my light so I could see it, because obviously the brighter it is out, the harder it is to see. Or I could just pick auto color if you don't want to play around with this setting, and it'll do everything for me depending on the light conditions as you're driving. One thing it also, you know, in some of the older cars, it was a pain to change the clock. This one here is pretty simple. You see the clock in the bottom corner. I just press the button. My time comes up, and you save. You know, I haven't really set this one yet, but I can set the time zone, daylight savings time, time show if radio is off, a whole bunch of stuff I can do. But I can just change this clock setting by pressing a button, and it'll let me do it. Okay, pretty simple. So I can go here. I can change the hour to 12, 10. Okay, whatever I want. I can change the minutes. And when I'm done, I just hit save, and there's my clock. It's all done. So anyways, this radio has a lot of compatibility features. I love it. One thing I do want to talk about real quick for all your iPod users out there, which is amazing, is that you can actually plug your iPod into this thing and copy all the files from your hard drive, from a Nano or an iPod Touch or even an iPhone, and you can copy all your music files directly onto this radio and listen to them. Now me, I have a whole bunch of courses on here from different stuff I used to do in the past, real estate and some other things. So as I'm driving, I have all my courses on here, and I can listen to everything that's going on. And the wonderful thing is, if you update your iPod, add more music, you can come back in, plug it in, it'll automatically detect it and import all your new music into the radio system and organize it for you. And then again, you can go back in and create playlists off all your music, courses, or whatever else you want to load. If you don't have an iPod, you just have an alternative MP3 player, you can just use the auxiliary jack just to plug it in, like many radios have today. Okay. But another feature this car has, which I love, there's actually a wire. Let me see if it's in here. So this thing, if you could see that, this is an iPod cable. What this does, this allows you to, without having to import all your iPod, I'm going to try to keep the camera here as steady as possible. You see this cable end, okay? There's a button down below in here, okay? There's an attachment. This attaches in there. This attaches this end, if I can get the right end here, if you could see it. That attaches to your iPod. What this does, this allows you to control your iPod from the radio without having to load all your music onto the hard drive. So sometimes in my car, I hop in, I have this plugged in, I plug this into my iPod. Not only does it charge my iPod, but it also allows me to control the music right here from my touch screen. All my music will pop up with the names and everything, with the names I've created on my iPod. So this is a great feature as well. Some people may have their iPod attachment in the glove compartment, and some have it. In this one, it's down here and below, which in the past used to be a cigarette lighter, but now it's storage. And way in the back, there's actually a plug for your cell phone, and there's actually a plug for that iPod. But that is this is in the Grand Cherokee. This is the MyGig radio. Now this model is the RER model in the Grand Cherokee, which just comes with a nav, okay? But some of these, the only button that'll miss, if you don't have nav, it'll miss this button. But everything else will be the same. I do recommend you connect on these things if you can ever get it, or if they don't order it that way from the factory, I do recommending you adding it at the time of purchase, because it's only around $400 installed. And trust me, it's going to make your life so much easier. And we do them here at our dealership, as well as other Chrysler and Dodges. I'm sure they do it too. But anyways, I just want to show you the radio, the MyGig radio from Chrysler Jeep. This thing's amazing, and I hope you enjoyed. I know I try to talk pretty fast here because I only have so many minutes here on YouTube. But I hope you enjoyed the radio, and I hope you enjoyed the video. and come back and see us. Bye.